Ahora sí, this is gonna be the one that I'm not gonna mess up. I'm not gonna redo. Whatever. It is what it is. Whatever the outcome is, I'm gonna keep it. My name is Azael El Perro Rodriguez. I am Power Slaps middleweight rank of the world number 2.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I am the number 2 rank of Power Slap in the world in the middleweight division. So I cannot tell you my record right now. As of now, I'm 3-1, but I do have a match that's pending that already happened. But I can't tell you the results because Power Slap still needs to release those results before I could say anything or post anything. So I will leave this up to you guys. Follow Power Slap, follow me on social media, Azael El Perro Rodriguez. You're pretty much gonna find me on TikTok and Instagram. Instagram is my biggest one. So I'm gonna also link them in my bio. This is the first time I make a video, so I'm gonna link it in the description of this video. So that way you guys get to follow me and get to know me if you want to. You don't have to. Maybe you didn't get to watch season 1 of Power Slap where we were living in the house. It's only 7 episodes in the season. You can find those on Rumble or YouTube. YouTube, I think you would be able to find them really easily. But on Rumble, you could also go on the Power Slap page and then browse through that. They have everything that you want to know about Power Slap. But if you want to make it a little bit easier, YouTube, you can just YouTube Power Slap episode 1, whatever. Boom, it's gonna come out. Just a spoiler, episode 2 is where I come out. But anyways, so Power Slap pretty much took over my life, not in a bad way, the pretty good way. First of all, I just want to introduce myself from the beginning. It's just a brief little introduction, so that way if you relate to me, maybe you could comment it. Maybe if you don't, maybe you could ask me questions. But I grew up in the most southern part of San Diego, in the little city called San Isidro. In San Isidro, you could literally see the other side of the border. You can see the border, and then you can see the other side, which is Mexico, Tijuana. Tijuana is the city of Mexico that borders, that's in the border of California and Mexico. So it's Tijuana, the border, which is the wall, and then San Isidro. It's pretty much just divided like that. If you want to get back and forth from Tijuana and San Isidro, you have to go through the border and stuff, through customs and all that bullshit. It sucks because it's always a fucking long ass line to get across the fucking border. If you just want to go get a taco, sometimes it's fucking 5 hours. So sometimes you get lazy, bro. So it's not always the funnest to have that stupid border. But anyways, so I grew up there. I was fortunate enough to grow up in San Isidro because it was such a diverse community. Obviously, I grew up with all my raza, all these Mexicans that spoke Spanish. I was able to relate to because my parents only spoke Spanish. So it was just great having that support within the kids in the community. It was great. But with that also came hardships. Because we grew up with little Mexicans, little desmadrosos. We as Mexicans are fucking desmadrosos. Desmadroso is just troublemakers. As are all the kids in the world. But I feel like Mexicans in this part of San Diego were just built a little bit different because, man, we were always getting into all kinds of trouble, fighting random fucking other kids. It was just chaotic, man, but it was fun. I don't take anything away from it because it was the funnest childhood that I think a kid could have. So we didn't have those iPads and phones. I didn't have a phone until like high school, so I got to really enjoy what it was like being outdoors with other kids my age. But I have a twin brother. He's even more crazier than me, so he was always getting into fights. So I was always there having to protect him. I don't like to fight. I didn't like to fight much, but I knew I could fight. I knew I could hit really hard, so I never really wanted to hit anyone. But when it came down to it, when my brother was in trouble, I was always there to just punch these kids hard, man. But so we were in karate, we were in all kinds of sports, baseball for like 12 years, boxing also for all my life, and so it was just we grew up as tough kids. I don't want to sound cocky, but we were tough. But fast forward, I go to college. First of all, I meet my wife. We have been together since middle school. Then we end up going to college. I go to UC San Diego. She goes to UCLA, so we ended up separating. And but man, I was able to get my bachelor's in psychology, which is a major that a lot of people are like, why would you go to psychology? Because I was on the route of going to I wanted to do dental school. That's where I wanted to be at. But man, it got I got too wild in college. Started partying a lot. And it was just desmadre after desmadre, trouble after trouble. So I ended up choosing psychology. Fast forward, my wife gets accepted to vet school. I end up leaving my job because I always wanted to become a boxer, but I never had the time. And if I did have time, I chose to drink, which don't drink. Alcohol is fun and everything, but it's not worth it if it's gonna take over your life, which it did to me, unfortunately. But I came out here to the island and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just focus on my boxing career. Now that I'm over here on the island, I don't work. So I started really focusing on my health, my fitness. So I wasn't thinking much. I thought it was just gonna be all the boxing was gonna start opening up doors once I started getting fights. But anyways, let's continue. I don't want to make this video too much about me, but fast forward, we're on the island. Dana White posts about Power Slap and how he's starting one of the biggest slap competitions in the world.
What's up, everybody? UFC President Dana White here, and I am putting together the biggest slap competition of all time. So, if you have ever professionally slapped or you think you can, email a video and your information to our casting team at slapcast@pilgrimmediagroup.com or just hit the link in bio.
My fucking mind was like, dude, let's apply. But I really didn't think it was just like a let's apply type of thing. I had seen videos of slapping from other leagues, the Russians. I was never like, oh, this is my calling, I love this, I want to do this. Hell no. I didn't want to fucking stand there and get hit in the face, you know? Well, it's not even that. I just never really thought about it as something that I would want to pursue. Especially because I know there's a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people think it's not a sport. A lot of people think you don't need skill. But man, once you're up there, you fucking need the skill. Don't fucking get it twisted and start fucking thinking you could do this shit. 'Cause I'll knock you guys out. I'm just kidding. But anyways. So I was looking at all the videos that were circulating the internet of all these people getting knocked out. Most of them that I was seeing was like a big heavy guy against a smaller guy. And he would fucking obviously brutalize this motherfucker. Just kidding. Sorry, I'm just kidding when I don't mean what I said. So I said a bad word and I don't know if YouTube is okay with that. I think times have changed, so it should be okay. So Dana White post on his TikTok, and I follow him on all platforms. So I was lucky enough to see that post, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna apply. Fuck it. I end up applying. I don't tell my wife at this point because I was like, he's probably gonna get a whole bunch of people applying. The chances of me getting in is gonna be low. Then I start I start finding out that this is gonna be similar to the Ultimate Fighter. That gets me fucking excited because I was like, damn, like that would be fucking sick. Instead of just slapping each other around, that'd be cool to be in a house to just like fucking compete. And so that's when I got a little bit more excited, but I still didn't tell my wife. Fast forward a couple weeks, I get a call from one of the producers saying that they're interested in what they got my applications and they're interested. He explained all the logistics, which pretty much were that we were gonna have to be okay being away for about a month. We were gonna go out to Las Vegas, do a qualifying match. People were gonna do qualifying matches to see, so the producers and Dana White could see who they wanted inside the house. I say yeah, whatever. We chop it up. I say yeah. I tell my wife I'm excited as fuck. She says, "Hey, this is your opportunity. Go for it. Go for it." It's not boxing, but it's like it's an opportunity for you to show what the fuck you got. So I start emailing the first email. So Dana White posted the link, and it was a specific email. I emailed that address, but another email, I got an email from another person. So I got really skeptical about that. I thought it was a scam, so I emailed the first one and say, "Hey, I got this guy that hit me up, Sal." He was like, I was like, "Is this legit, or why am I receiving an email from another address?" And then they're like, "No, that's legit, man. A reply right now." So then I call Sal, whatever. He says, "Why are you emailing my boss or whatever?" And I'm like, "Fuck." We just laugh it out. So I say, "Yeah, let's go. Let's do this." A month later, I had a month like a month and a half to kind of like prepare myself more physically. I started training even harder. I started like losing weight because I got placed in the middleweight division. I got lucky because I was placed first. He called me first for the light heavyweight, and I was like, "Fuck no, middleweight." Fucking the light heavyweights are fucking heavy motherfuckers. So I was just like, "Fuck that." I was like at 190, 192, so I was not gonna fucking compete at light heavyweight. I would have if I would have been at like 210 pounds, but that's not the case. So I ended up dropping weight. I get to Vegas, I'm already at 180, like 382. Lost that much weight just to like I was working my ass off for this competition. I get to Las Vegas, get checked in to the hotel. Damn, everything just started hitting me all at once. Like, damn, you're here for a fucking fight, for a slap match. We talk to the president of Power Slap, Frank. He ends up explaining to us everything, gives us the promo videos, all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, I fight my way through the qualifying matches. I won, and I beat Jesus Gaspar, and man, I made it to the house, and it was fucking great. I kind of get a little bit lazy to continue talking. I could continue talking, but I'm honest. I'm gonna leave it at that, where I won my match with Jesus. I made it into the house, but I just wanted to give you guys a preview of the next video that I'm gonna be releasing. I'm gonna be talking about, there was someone that I was supposed to fight before Jesus, so it wasn't for the qualifying matches or the match. It wasn't supposed to be Jesus and I. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that in mind. Kind of start guessing who potentially was my opponent for that qualifying match. Did that person make it into the house? How did that person perform? Because it could have gone both ways. Both of us fighting each other on that qualifying match. So who do you guys think was my opponent? and would he have beat me in the qualifying match? I want to know your honest opinion. I'm not gonna get offended if you think he would have beat me, but that's what we're gonna talk about next video. We're gonna talk about also getting into the house, what was our first day like, and talk about each of my matches. I'm going to talk about my first match with Emmanuel, my second match with Paris, what went on to build such a emotional battle for me, because I did have a little bit of anger during those battles. And then I'm gonna talk about the championship match that I had against John Davis, and my preparation for that, and maybe what I could have done better. But stay tuned. Follow all the social media platforms. Ask any questions in the comments below. Review the video if you want to see, if there's anything that you want to see or hear. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have shit, if you want to talk shit, do it on the comments. It's all cool with me. I'm not gonna block you guys unless you do really like go a little bit overboard, and there's a lot of guys out there that go a little bit overboard, and it's just like I'm not gonna put up with that bullshit. Thank you guys for watching this. Share this to your friends, share this to your mamas, to your papas, to your sisters, to your brothers, to your tíos, to your tías, tus abuelitos, tus abuelitas, y los compadres de tus papás. Fuck it. Send it to everyone, bro. Peace.